Welcome to Sports JaM.
Everybody get up, it's time for sports now. We got a real show going down. Welcome to the Sports JaM.
It's your chance, talk and rant.
It's the Sports JaM.
All right. Hey, man, you can't get any better than that.
All right, welcome to the show. I am Mike Zajac. Behind me, Joe O'Rourke. Sam Sapita to my right.
What is up, region? Stat boy.
Stat boy. And
Welcome to Sports JaM. It is June 26th.
happy
Wednesday.
birthday, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Mike.
Big 2-3.
Yes. I feel like I need to play the obligatory
Getting old.
Blink 182 song.
No.
You know, everyone
yeah.
hates you when you're 23.
Yeah.
You can't play Feelin' 22 by Taylor Swift. Can't do that.
Gosh. Why would I? Why would I? All right, so let's talk some Blackhawks. So they obviously won the Cup a few days ago. Felt pretty good. How do you think this championship compares to 2010's championship? What do you think? Were you more excited this time around or last time?
I think I expected them to win this year because they did so great in the season. Like 2010, it was all new to us. Hawks were winning, you know.
Right.
And I think I was more excited in 2010, to be honest. I expected them to win this year. So,
Yeah, I think I agreed because in 2010 the Hawks didn't win the President's Cup. They didn't have the best record.
Right.
I mean, obviously they're still doing very well, but this year they just dominated so much in the regular season.
oh, yeah.
Set all these records. It was kind of like anything short of a Stanley Cup would be a disappointment.
Yeah.
Whereas in 2010 it was amazing the whole way through.
Right.
I think this Stanley Cup was more exciting. I think the games were a lot more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
The whole season I think was more exciting, but I think there was maybe an unfair level of expectation this year
Yeah, I mean,
going into the playoffs.
It was exciting to watch all year. Are they
Right.
going to win? Are they going to lose, you know, with that streak going on? It was exciting. I mean, everybody was tuned in. ESPN's all over them, besides the Heat. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, but the difference was I think there were so many more fans this year that it felt more like the Hawks were the talk of the town this time around.
Yeah.
Whereas last time, obviously, there were fans and stuff, but I didn't feel like everyone was like, oh, when's the next Hawks game? Where are we going for the Hawks game? Blah, blah. Where I feel like this year, everyone was just so excited for it to happen. And it was more of a party. Every game was an event.
Right.
And so, yeah, hopefully next year we can do this all over again.
Oh, absolutely. Back to back.
So did you get any championship gear yet?
Not yet. I'm going to wait a little bit.
Wait till the prices come down?
Wait till exactly. That's how you got to do it.
My dad went out yesterday. He bought a flag for his car, like, you know, one of those little flags that
Right.
attach to the windshield or to the window. He bought like 7 shirts to like pass out between all us in the family. He bought a new license plate cover. His old one just said Blackhawks, but this one says Blackhawks Champs
Champions,
2013.
yeah.
Yeah, he's buying all sorts of stuff, which is cool because it's not my money, and I get to
Yeah.
I get a new shirt out of
And
it.
as a college student, I'm a little broke right now, so
That
really,
too.
really can't afford one right now. So
Yeah.
one day.
So we got a parade route update. It looks like it'll officially be Friday. The rally is supposedly supposed to happen at 11 a.m. in Hutchinson Field in Grant Park, and the parade route will start at the United Center at 10:30. The actual streets they're taking hasn't been announced yet, and the times aren't official, so we should find out officially tomorrow.
Yeah, Grant Park's a great place to have it. I know last time, 2010, it was in Michigan Avenue and Wacker. At that narrow street, you couldn't fit everybody at the stage. I mean, luckily, I got there at 5 a.m. I took the, 4 o'clock train, I believe I did. And a couple buddies and I, we were, like, right there by the stage. It was awesome. Yeah, we had to wait forever to get there,
Right.
but it was cool. But Grant Park is a great place. I know all the Bulls had theirs there, I believe. And, you know, so many people are going to be there. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be nice that it'll be a little more spread out and not so many people crammed into like
Right.
one street. But at the same time, it was cool looking down Michigan Avenue last year and seeing just a complete
Oh.
sea of red.
Millions.
Just Hawks fans, literally millions.
Yeah.
There were 2 million plus
Yeah.
there. And, yeah, that was so cool. But, I mean, either way, it's going to be awesome. I'm hoping they can maybe get to $3 million this time. So, too.
I'm sure they will.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Is that official, or they just kind of make a guess?
I think they make a guess over how many people
Obviously
they
they don't
can...
count you when you walk
Right,
in, but I
right.
wonder if they're actually doing the math like this many people can fit here, so
I
extrapolate.
think they look at a map of... I know last year, or 2010, they looked at a map of Michigan Avenue and went down.
Just figured out square footage
Yeah,
divided by how many
something like
people
that,
take
right.
up each. Okay. All right. So after 2010, get this. The Hawks traded. Obviously, we know that the Hawks traded away a lot of people. The list includes Dustin Byfuglien, Ben Eager, Brent Sopel, Colin Frazier, Chris Versteeg, Andrew Ladd, and then the Hawks lost Niemi to free agency. That was all right after they won the Cup.
Right.
Tons of trades within the first, I think, 2 weeks of winning it. Most of those guys were traded away. This year, I don't think it's going to be the case, but I think we are going to lose some guys.
Yeah, I think Stan Bowman, he said this morning he wants to keep these guys together. Bickle, I think he wants to bring back, obviously, Stahlberg. Those guys.
I don't think Stahlberg's
Stahlberg,
coming back
you don't
at
think
all.
I don't think he's coming back, but he did say he wants
I
to
think
bring
if-
these guys back.
I think if Q has anything to say about it,
No.
Stahlberg's not
You
coming
think
back.
Bolig's going to stay?
Oleg?
My boy?
They could both leave, and it wouldn't really
Yeah,
be a
it would
big
not
deal.
make a difference.
But I think Bickle's gone simply because I think it's going to be the same way that Niemi went down, is that because Niemi, his value went up so high
Right.
during the playoffs that he earned himself the new contract that the
Same
Hawks couldn't
situation
afford.
here.
And I think Bickle's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I think he played so well that he earned himself a contract that the Hawks will not be able to afford. So that's what I think is going to happen. So only 8 out of the 23 players from the 2010 championship run are on this team now. Just a third of the players in 3 years. That is huge.
Yeah, that is. We got Sharp. The core, obviously.
Right. I mean, the core is still here, but to be able to rebuild with a new championship team in 3 years is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
That Stan Bowman was able to say, all right, thanks for the championship. You 10 guys, see you
Right.
later. Bring in a new 10 and do it all over again, and they did it.
I mean,
And they were competitive all the years in between.
credit Joe Quenneville, too. Not just Stan Bowman for
Right.
doing a great job getting these guys, but Quenneville, bringing these guys in, saying this is what we do. You better do it our way. And they have.
Yeah. So right now, let's do a little cup tracker. So on Tuesday morning, when the Hawks flew back right after the game,
Right.
Jonathan Taze, I think it was Taze or Kane, one of them said, "Hey, Chicago bars, stay open.
That was Jonathan Taves.
Yeah, we're coming home.
Coming home with
Keep the
cup.
bars open."
Yep.
So people were filling the streets in Chicago. So at 4 a.m., the cup was at Harry Carey's in Rosemont. Then it went. The CEO at Harry Carey's said that about 2,000 fans showed up and were just waiting outside for the Hawks to get there, because last year they also went to Harry Carey's when they got off the plane, so they assumed.
Right.
He said it's about 5 times more people at Harry Carey's this year than in 2010.
Wow.
Then they went to the Scout, which is a bar in the South Loop. Mayor Emanuel also showed up at the Scout while they were there.
At 3 a.m. probably?
Well, no, because they're at 4 a.m. at Harry Carey's, so this was probably
wow.
around 4:35 or something like
Jeez.
that they went to the Scout.
Yep.
Then they went to the United Center and took a picture, just the cup by itself in the locker room above the logo. It looked pretty cool. They did a little photo op there. Then they went to a bar called 437 Rush, and then they went to the Tribune Tower. I believe this was the next day that they went to the Tribune Tower, WGN. They went to the Gaslight Bar and Grill, then Market Bar, then the Rocket Bar. They just did a whole bar crawl. I think the bar crawl was last night actually.
Right.
But yeah, so they're just parading that thing all around.
Good.
Not sure where it is right now, but hopefully someone is taking care of the cup, because we know in the past people have not been so careful with
Well,
it.
they
You
haven't.
got some stories for us, Mike?
I do. In 1940, the New York Rangers lit the trophy on fire accidentally because they paid off the mortgage to the Madison Square Garden, and they threw the mortgage in the cup on fire. The thing burst into flames, I guess.
What was probably the alcohol in there, right?
Probably. And then to put out the cup, they urinated on it. Mark Messier won 6 Stanley Cups. So he's likely, he's got to have some stories here. After winning with the Oilers in 1987, Messier brought it to his favorite Edmonton strip club, the Forum Inn, and let patrons.
Great place.
Oh, have you been there?
Many times.
Many times. And let the patrons drink out of it. In 1988, Mark Messier dented the cup and brought it to an automotive repair shop to get it fixed. Former Rangers center and current Blackhawks color analyst Eddie Olczyk, get this one, reportedly fed the 1994 Kentucky Derby winner Gopher Gin out of the cup at the Bellman Stakes after the Rangers won in 94. Eddie O denied it, of course.
Right.
In 1962, the Toronto Maple Leafs were on top of the hockey world. During the celebratory bonfire, the club mistakenly used the Stanley Cup as firewood. Dropping the hardware into the fire, the Leafs had to pay for the significant amount of damage done to the cup in the process.
What kind of firewood did they have at this party where you mistake a log that feels like wood for a gigantic silver
Well, I'm sure it didn't have the
cup?
5 rings on it at the time, 1962. Probably had, 3 by then?
Yeah, but you're grabbing it.
Yeah.
When you grab it, you're feeling that it's not
I'm sure
wood.
they had a few beverages before and during, You never know.
Jeez.
After winning the 1996 Stanley Cup, a player from the Colorado Avalanche used his day with the cup to have his daughter baptized in it. And this one is disgusting. A week after winning the Stanley Cup in 2008, Red Wings center Chris Draper put his infant daughter into the cup. Okay?
Right, yeah.
She pooped in the cup,
Natural.
said Draper. Did you hear that? She pooped
No.
in the cup. And he goes, quote, "We had a pretty good laugh. I still drank out of it that night, so no worries." How disgusting is that?
That is awful. I don't remember who it was, and it wasn't on your list, but at some point someone took the cup on the side of the road and took a picture in front of something and then drove away. And then at some point they're like, oh, yeah, where's that
I forgot
cup?
the cup.
Oh, it's on the side of the road. I don't know exactly if they went back. I think actually they went back and it was still there on the side of the road.
Right.
No one moved it. Apparently it wasn't a hockey town where it was.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
Pretty good stories, though. All right, well, let's take a break. We'll be back and talk some Cubs and Sox. We'll do talk about Gordon Beckham's hilarious error last night. And then we'll do Headlines with Sam coming up a little bit later on the Sports Jam on WJOB AM 1230.
Everything Italian. That's what you get at Giuseppe's restaurant in Cherville. Let's hear from Giuseppe himself.
We have a new concept in dining. It's called fast casual. Basically what it is an upper scale atmosphere, the ambiance. Upper scale food pricing is a little bit less than like a fine dining. How it works is you come in, you sit down, you look at the menu. Once you decide what you want, you go up to the front, the counter, you place your order. We bring you out all your drinks. We bring you out the food, all on fine china and silverware and glass, obviously. This is fine dining quality without the price.
Giuseppe's Everything Italian is located at 1000 Eagle Ridge Drive in Cherville, just north of the Showplace Theaters. Dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. 219-322-0011 or visit giuseppespizza.net.
Giuseppe's is now serving wine.
Stop by Luby's for an amazing breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Located in the Menards Plaza in Hammond, Luby's Pancake House is the perfect spot for the whole family. Luby's Pancake House is open from 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. daily and is now offering steaks, chops, ribs, chicken, and fish. Delicious cream pies will have you coming back for more. Seniors receive a 25% discount from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. Go to Luby's at the corner of 165th and Columbia in Hammond and tell them Jed sent you.
At Quick Scripts, our experienced pharmacist is available for one-on-one consultations every day. Prescriptions filled while you wait in 20 minutes or less. Or if you're in a hurry, the doctor can call the pharmacy and our professional, courteous driver will deliver it right to your house for free. We accept all major insurance plans and discount cards. We have our own $4 generics program and we'll work to get the best price on medications for those who do not have insurance. Stop by Quick Scripts Pharmacy at 3330 Ridge Road in the heart of downtown Lansing. Toll free 888-535-3040.
You can't turn around.
All right, welcome back to the Sports Jam, AM 1230, WJOB. Talking some Cubs here. Cubs lose last night 9-3. Edwin Jackson with the loss moves to 3-10 on the year, gives up 5 runs in the 5th. He goes 4 2/3, 6 runs, 6 hits. His ERA is now up to 5.84. Nate Shearholtz, some positive here, 2 for 4, 3-run homer. Tonight, Scott Feldman on the bump, 6-6 with a 3.39 ERA against Giovanni Gallardo. He's 6-6 with a 4.09 ERA. Should win with Feldman on the mound. Castro got the day off yesterday. First day off in 269 consecutive games.
Wow.
His batting average is down to .228, and they just signed him to a 7-year, $60 million contract last summer, and he has not produced.
No, and he's a comedy of errors at shortstop.
Yes, I believe he leads the league with 14 errors at short.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, he needed that day off. Dale said, let's do 2 days off in a row for him. Hopefully he gets it going.
Yeah, we'll see. You mentioned Nate Shearholtz. He's having a real good season. He had his 11th home run yesterday.
Yeah.
He's now batting .300 on the season with 32 RBIs. He's really like one of their best hitters this year.
Which is kind of sad. Nate Shearholtz isn't, supposed to be that guy.
He was left off of San Francisco's team.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't really need you.
And he's the Cubs' best player.
Yeah.
Shows you how bad the Cubs are.
And Wellington Castillo is like one of their best hitters this year as well, and he's not someone who anyone would ever really expect. All right. Let's talk some White Sox. They won 5-4 on an Alexi Ramirez walk-off single that was about 2 inches inside the left field line. They really should have lost.
They should have.
They should have lost. I'll tell you why in a second. Chris Sale, when 8 innings pitched, only allowed 4 hits, allowed 300 runs, which is kind of a lot for him recently. 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. Baker's dozen strikeouts. He 3 of his last 6 starts, he struck out 12 or more batters, and he struck out 12. He struck out 12 a month ago, 13 this time, 14 against the Astros a couple starts ago. He's racked up the Ks, but he's got a 5-6 record because of things like last night, what happened to him. 2 outs in the 9th, Addison Reed on the mound, David Wright on second base, pop up, straight to the mound. Addison Reed, as pitchers are supposed to do, steps to the side to not get involved. Connor Gillespie runs in from third, camped under the ball. He wasn't exactly straight under it, like waiting for it. He was kind of drifting a little with it. Gordon Beckham apparently saw that as an opportunity. He runs past Addison Reed. Reed kind of jumps out of the way, like, what is going on? He actually trips over Reed's foot. And as he's tripping, he falls and tackles Gillespie, and the ball hits the ground. David Wright, since he was taken off on the play with 2 outs, scored easily. Just amazing. And then Hawk Harrelson had another one of his meltdowns. Although this time he wasn't yelling or screaming. He was just very quiet. It was silent for 15, 20 seconds at a time, and him just going, I can't believe it. Oh, my gosh, you got to be kidding me.
So he didn't say anything after Gordon Beckham tackled?
No, it was super quiet. And, usually he does his, when there's a pop-up, he'll say, when this ball game comes down, this game is over.
Right.
But even on that one, he was like, oh, gosh, this could be bad. He's seeing all the players start to converge. He goes pop up, and then he kind of waits, and he waits, and he waits, and he goes, and he drops the ball.
Looking at this replay, I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Sam, you just saw the replay for the first time.
It's a little ridiculous.
What's your initial reaction?
My initial reaction is it looks like Addison Reed didn't get completely out of the way. He only stepped like a foot off the mound.
Right.
And it didn't look like Beckham. If Beckham was staring straight up, if he would have just looked forward, he would have saw Gillespie there. So,
yeah, I mean Reed didn't get completely out of the way, but at the same time, he should have never been in Beckham's way because it was never Beckham's ball.
Yeah, it was definitely.
It was a pop up to the
ball.
third base side of the mound.
He just ran from.
Gillespie was already almost to the spot. There was no reason for Beckham to all of a sudden turn on his boosters and just bash right past Reed and tackle Gillespie to the ground.
That's a Cubs-like play.
He really took him down.
I think the Bears might sign him for his safety,
gosh.
maybe.
That was bad. It was hilarious, but bad. They ended up winning. At that point, all right, when Reed was on the pitch, I wanted the Sox to win at that point, even though I said I wanted to lose, simply because I wanted Chris Sale to finally get a win. I wanted him to feel good about himself. I wanted Reed to continue to do well. And then when that happened, when Beckham dropped it, I said, oh, my gosh, please lose now. Because now Sale doesn't win either way.
Yeah, but
it's already blown save.
After the game, Sale said, I'm not disappointed with not getting a win. He's happy that the team won the game. I mean,
well, of course
that's good to see from him that he's got the maturity of that.
Addison Reed was so mad after it happened, too. You could tell his body language after they finally got out of the inning. He was just so upset. And Beckham in the post-game interview, he was saying something to the effect of, yeah, I should have done that. I'm an idiot. And he was just calling himself stupid and an idiot. So at least he obviously understands that he messed up big time. So the Sox will play again tonight at 7 against the Mets. Finale of the 2-game set. It'll be John Danks versus the 0-9 Sean Markham. And as you mentioned, Feldman versus Gallardo at 7 o'clock for the Cubs. All right, let's take a break real quick. When we come back, we'll talk some headlines with Sam the Intern on WJOB AM 1230.
Attention outdoor enthusiasts. Holiday Boat Sales in Linwood is having a huge spring fever sale. Get into a new boat for as low as $109 per month. And if you buy during the month of May, interest is as low as 2.99% APR for well-qualified buyers. Or buy a boat cover for only $1 with any new boat package when you mention WJOB. Mercury Oil is buy one at regular price, get one half off when you mention WJOB. Visit Holiday Boat Sales at 21740 Lincoln Highway in Linwood and get the boat you always wanted. Call 708-758-0405. Holiday Boats.
Losing a loved one is never easy, but owner Kevin Kish and his staff at Kish Funeral Home are caring and experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and has personal requests and traditions. Kish Funeral Home's beautiful facility offers many services, including cremation, pre-planning, and grief support. Kish Funeral Home is near Centennial Park in Munster at 10,000 Calumet Avenue. Call our good friend Kevin Kish at 219-924-3333 to help you get through this difficult time.
Area residents now have another affordable quality healthcare option called HealthLink, which is a federally qualified health center located at 100 West Chicago Avenue in East Chicago. HealthLink will open on Saturday, June 1st, and is partnering with St. Catherine Hospital to provide primary health care to the uninsured and underinsured area residents. HealthLink will provide comprehensive primary and preventive care regardless of your ability to pay. For continuous updates on the HealthLink East Chicago Healthcare Center, call 888-580-1060, extension 2550.
All right, welcome back to the Sports Jam. Mike Zajac here, Joe O'Rourke, Sam Sapita.
What's up?
We're going to go to Sam with the headlines. What's up?
Well, these headlines are brought to you by Chula Vista. Experience over 2 miles of water park adventures at Chula Vista Resort in Wisconsin Dells. Book great specials and packages today at chulavistaresort.com. The headlines for today: Aaron Hernandez was arrested Wednesday and has been released by the Patriots. He's been charged with murder and, of course, pleaded guilty. Pleaded not guilty.
Pleaded not guilty.
No one pleads guilty.
Yeah, hardly anyone ever pleads guilty. Yeah, I saw some video of people coming to his house to get him. And, man, that's got to be an awful feeling. But then again, if he did it, then good.
Yeah.
And we'll see if someone ends up ever picking him up if he gets acquitted. Or if he gets out of jail in 25
Pretty talented tight end, so when he gets acquitted, if he gets acquitted, some teams probably take a chance on him.
Yeah, maybe the Bengals. They obviously don't have a problem with criminals.
Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah, and a lot of others.
Alex Rodriguez tweeted yesterday that his hip surgery with Dr. Brian Kelly went well, and Brian Cashman replied with many profanities.
Yeah, Arod said. He tweeted, I'm paraphrasing, I just got the best news. I've been cleared to finally play baseball. Cashman then replied very quickly, not on Twitter, but I believe to a reporter, you know what? When the Yankees want to announce something, we will. Alex should just shut the front door. That's it. I'm going to call Alex right now. That's what his quote was. Obviously, front door was not used, but you understand.
No one, speaking from a Yankees fan, no Yankees fan likes Alex Rodriguez.
Right, but in this case, I feel
Why not?
I feel that's totally on Cashman.
They're paying him $20+ million a year to do nothing, and he hates. He doesn't care about winning at all.
Do you blame Arod in this situation for the tweet?
Well, I think he should consult team first, so I think he should consult Cashman before he puts statements out about his health.
He didn't say, I've been reinstated on the team, I've cleared, I'm off the DL.
He said he's clear to start.
Yeah, by the doctor. The doctor said he can resume baseball activities. I don't think that's a problem at all.
I just think he's all by himself.
Bryce Harper just tweeted yesterday, which was kind of funny because a whole bunch of people jumped on Twitter and said, "Oh, is Mike Rizzo gonna, call him up and cuss him out?" Because Harper tweeted yesterday that he's finally feeling healthy again and he should be able to get back on the field.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
You don't see Mike Rizzo going off on him. I think it was so weird of Cashman to just say, "Shut the f up."
I think it's the straw that broke the camel's back, because there's so many things that just the front office doesn't like about Arod. I think it was just this one little thing. I think he just was looking for something to push him over.
It's because Arod. I think it's because Arod that he went off like this. I think if this is Derek Jeter tweeting, "Hey guys, I'm healthy again. Should be able to get out there and be a mediocre fielder." You wouldn't see Brian Cashman
gives
come
him
out
a
and
high
say,
five.
"Shut up, Derek." He wouldn't do that. He'd be like, "Oh, you're so great." Because they obviously love Derek. I just think it was ridiculous. All right, what else you got for us?
I got the Cubs' second pick in the draft, Kris Bryant. They are at odds. He may not sign.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that he was a junior in college. I thought he was a senior, so he would really be kind of up against the wall here. But as a junior, it's totally possible that he could say, "I'm not signing. You're not giving me enough money," and go back for a senior year, just like Mark Appel did last year.
Right. He wants $6 million, I believe. No, he wants $6.7 million.
Yeah.
The Cubs want to pay him $6 million. The Cubs are able to spend at least $7 million on this pick. If they don't spend the money, it goes nowhere.
Right.
So why not pay him?
Yeah, they changed the way the drafting signings. It used to be you could just pay whatever you wanted for players, which is why the Red Sox and Yankees used to draft all these really hard-to-sign guys and throw tons of money at them and sign them. And now they've changed it to where you have a certain amount of money. I don't know what that number is. Maybe, let's say $20 million, $15 million.
Right.
And you have to divide that up between all your guys. So you actually have to think about how much you want to allot to each spot. And like you said, if you don't sign someone, then that money is gone. Because there's a recommended slot for each one. I think for the first round, it's somewhere around 6.3 or something.
Yeah.
So if you don't sign that guy, you just lost $6.3 million out of your possible spending pool.
Got to trust an Epstein, though. Got to do it.
Jed Hoyer.
Yeah.
It is Jed Hoyer. But if he does decide to go back to school, he probably will be the number one pick.
Nope, number one or number two, which could end up being the Cubs at number two.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they'll probably be awful again next year.
That bad
in the next
year,
1,000 years.
So they might have a chance at him again after this. So who knows?
Yeah, and how much are you really going to improve your stock from number two to number one?
No.
You're getting, whether you're going to sign for 6.3 or 6.5 next year, while completely risking that you have a major injury your senior year.
I mean,
or you're bad.
Or he has a really down year. He's not hitting 31 bombs next year. Then what? Then he may fall to second round.
Yeah, and as a 21-year-old or whatever he is there much of a difference between $0.7 million?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
I'd
take the $6 million that I'm offered. Who wouldn't?
Well, yeah.
Come on now.
So yeah, that's a little ridiculous. You got any other headlines for us, Sam?
All-Star Walcott, not a name that a lot of people know, but he's a rookie linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. He's a rookie out of the University of Virginia. He was arrested for attempted murder.
Wow, what's with all these NFL players just murdering people left and right?
It's not looking too good.
This just recently happened?
Yeah.
I think the NFL players, they get that month off from away from the team.
And they just go out and murder people.
Well,
it's just like grandma stabbing that goes around where Mike lives. Mike always talks about how often grandmas are getting stabbed, so I think this is kind of right up that alley. NFL players murdering people.
I think the coaches, they don't know what the players are doing during this month. So they hang out with the wrong crowd. They're hanging out with their buddies from, growing up time and after school.
From growing up
time. So I think they just go out and have fun and they get in trouble.
Yeah, these players need like They need like an afternoon daycare or something. They need someone to watch them during the off season to make sure they don't get in trouble. Are their parents going to enroll them in Boy Scouts to keep them in line?
Why not? It's a month.
Something's got to happen.
Yeah, something's
to get these players from stop murdering people. Allegedly.
Grandma stabbing.
Yeah, and grandma stabbing. What else you got, Sam?
Well, the Oregon football program has been put under probation for 3 years, and the scholarships for those 3 years have been taken away because of recruitment violations by former coach Chip Kelly. Oregon was previously penalized in 2004 for illegal recruitment of a junior college player by an assistant coach.
All right, bring him to Notre Dame. All you recruits out there, come to Notre Dame instead.
Great place.
Yeah. Speaking of Notre Dame, what happened to Notre Dame and USC?
Notre Dame and USC extend their rivalry through 2023. They will play on Thanksgiving weekend every even year.
That is such a great rivalry. I don't know if you guys know this, but the rivalry actually started way back in the day with Knute Rockne, and teams used to not travel very far for their games. Notre Dame used to pretty much stay in the region,
right?
Not this region, but in the Midwest region. And the like, and his wife always wanted to travel to California because it's so beautiful out there.
Yeah.
So her excuse to get to travel out there was that he scheduled USC, so that way they'd have one game where they could go out to USC and she could be in California for a week.
It's also good for recruiting for Notre Dame. They can go out to the West Coast and get some guys too.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously now since it's not Knute Rockne time, they can fly places a lot easier now and travel much quicker. But yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity to renew this rivalry, and obviously we all remember the Bush push.
Yes,
years ago,
2005.
Reggie Bush, I'll never forgive you.
I wanted to cry. I don't know about you guys.
Him and Matt Leinart. Right? Is Matt Leinart pushed him in?
Has there been a good NFL USC quarterback?
Carson Palmer he was all right. Not anymore, but
they're all awful if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
just thinking that.
I can't just.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of any great ones.
Well, what's his face? New England Patriots a few years ago. Matt Castle. He's now with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, but he's in the same spot Carson Palmer was. I mean, he was good for a few years. I mean, he still is. But I mean, he was never reached superstar status or like one of the top QBs.
He didn't play. He was a backup at USC. So
Matt Castle?
Yeah, he really didn't play. He was behind Matt Leinart and who's the next guy up right now?
Barkley.
Yeah, there you go.
Because you got Barkley, you got Sanchez.
Stat boy, look at him coming through.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez. Well, he's a bust.
Yeah.
Why he's still in New York, I don't know.
He's pretty awful. They say they're going to start him this year. He's number 1 on the depth chart.
Who else they got?
Geno Smith.
And
Geno Smith, I predict, will start with
McElroy.
They're probably just putting Mark Sanchez number 1 for now, just so Geno Smith doesn't, start thinking too far ahead.
Until he throws a record.
Let him earn it, and let him earn it in training camp before you anoint him. You never want to put a rookie as your number 1 guy to start off. You want to make him have to earn it a little bit. So that's probably what they're going to do.
Someone would do it. It'd be Rex Ryan, though.
Yeah, after Mark Sanchez's first butt fumble in the first game, they'll pull him out and they'll put Geno in there. So, all right, well, I think that's going to just about do it for the Sports Jam today. I am Joe O'Rourke, Mike Zajac sitting up in front controlling the Simian, the computer, and we got Sam the Intern all the way in the corner locked away. You know what, we need to put a glass over there, put them in a box.
So I don't get charged for murder.
Sounds about right.
I don't even know what that means. All right, well, that was the Sports Jam. Today's June 26th, Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow. Again, no show on Friday because Mike won't be here and I will be at the Hawks Parade. Hopefully I'll have some info on Monday.
Peace
see you guys later.